at the bottom, and that is at the ward. So these are some of the interventions that I want to ask that you participate. As I have said, all these programs are not programs tailored for political reasons. None of the young people participating is asked whether they support what political party or what religion or all these other considerations. So, finally, we are talking about the foundation we have laid. We've dealt and consolidated and stabilized our economy. We've transformed our agriculture. We have stabilized our health. We have worked on job creation. But there is more to be done. That's a good foundation. But going into the future, there are three things we must do. Number one, it's not enough to carry out the agriculture we are doing under rain-fed agriculture. The future, with climate change, with a limited agricultural land under rain-fed agriculture, the future is now in water harvesting, water storage, and irrigation. And the plan is to have at least 2.5 million acres under irrigation so that we solve the problem of food insecurity in a permanent way. And that is why you've had me lay out the plan to build 50 mega dams in different parts of the country, another 200 large dams, and another 1,000 micro dams. It should concern you as members of county assemblies that with this rollout, where is your ward? I hope you take time to find out. The second thing that we must do as a country is to generate more electricity. I go to different parts of Kenya, and there is still the perennial problem that we have many parts of our nation that are still in darkness. We've done well. I think over the last 12 years, we have moved our electricity connection from about 2.3 million households to close to 11 million households now. We still have a deficit of about 2 million households to be able to have universal coverage of our electricity connection. But more importantly, the future is in technology. The future is in manufacturing. And energy is the engine that drives innovation, technology, and industrialization and manufacturing. I will give you an example. When I was invited by President Biden and we signed some agreements with the United States, one of the agreements we signed was on data centers between Kenya, Microsoft, and a company called G42 from the UAE. And I was very happy that finally we will have a data center in Kenya powered by our renewable energy, so the world would have its first green data center. But when it came to implementation, after we signed the agreement, I was told, Mr. President, one data center will need like 1,000 megawatts. Do you know how many megawatts we have in Kenya? 3,000. For the whole country. So one data center required, it means we will have to shut down a third of the country to have this one data center. And we wanted 5. We have an opportunity to do 5. So technology consumes a lot of energy. And that is why, if we are going to go into the future, if we are going to be competitive, and we have no choice, otherwise we'll be left behind, we have to generate a minimum of 10,000 megawatts in the next 7 years. It's going to cost us something like 1.5 trillion. Mnanielewa? So these are realities that we must live with. When you hear me say, for far too long, we have been making peace with mediocrity, tuko tu hapo, the scale of our ambition, the level of our thinking has been limited. So we need to generate energy. And we have enough energy to generate. In fact, we have 10,000 megawatts potential for geothermal. We have 20,000 in wind. We have more capacity in solar. And we have so many other, including nuclear. So we must take it in that direction. And finally, we must make this country move. Transport, logistics. Today, we have 20,000 kilometers of tarmac in Kenya. Japan, which is smaller than Kenya, has 1 million kilometers of tarmac. Do you notice the difference between 20,000 and 1 million? Right? That is why whenever you have a meeting everywhere in Kenya, you are told, barabara yetu ni mbaya. Barabara yetu ni mbaya. So it's correct. That's why we have set out, and we are now in the process of getting 28,000 kilometers to add on to the 20,000 we have. And we want to build those 28,000 kilometers in the next 7 years. We need something like maybe between 12 and 13 billion dollars, which is about 1.8 trillion. So when you hear me say we need 5 trillion, and we're going to do it. Tutafanya. Najua kuna watu wengi wako na imani ndogo. And the challenge, listen, good guys, the challenge we've had in Kenya is not so much about resources. It is a plan and a leader to lead it. Si tulisema tunafanya affordable housing. Leo kandarasi ya affordable housing na markets na hostels ni 650 billion. How much? 650 billion. Na sio pesa ya kukopa, na sio pesa ya kuomba. Hata kama niliitwa Sakayo, kwani nimekufa? So bado mimi niko heri. Lakini go to Kisumu today, go to Homa Bay, go to Nakuru, go to Mandera, go to Mombasa, come to Machakos, go to Kitui. So, listen, I'm talking to you as leaders. This country, we have the capacity to transform this nation. We have what it takes. We've been discussing housing for how many years? National Housing Corporation was registered 60 years ago. Mnanielewa? So, we can transform our nation. If you doubted the capacity of Kenya, today the skyline of Kenya, we're building 240,000 housing units, we are building 400 markets, we are building hostels for 180,000 students using our own resources. Yeah? Let me give you another example, because I know sometimes some people think what we are saying is not possible. Ndio unasikia anasema hii ni uongo, hii haiwezekani, because of their capacity to think iko chini. Iko wapi uongo kwa mambo ya housing? Iko uongo hapo kwa housing? Iko ama hakuna? Markets iko ama hakuna? Hostels iko ama hakuna? Yeah? So, let me give you another example. And I like it that you guys are insisting that you want a pension. Yes. In other words, you believe that savings is the right thing to do. Because for you to have a pension, you must save. Sindio? That's how pension is achieved. Let me give you an example of our national pension. Forget us as an individual, the national pension. Up to 2023, we had a total saving on our social security at NSSF of 312 billion, saved for 60 years. But in the last 2 years, because I insisted that we cannot continue the way we are saving, let us look for the best practice globally. What is the world doing? You know, we cannot continue to say, oh, this is us, or, you know, we have to do it this way. Since we changed the contribution metrics, which we changed in 2023 with a lot of difficulty, today, our pensions have grown from 312 billion. In just 2 years, we are now at 670 billion. We have doubled what we saved in 60 years, we have doubled it in 2 years. By next year, we will have 1 trillion shillings in 2027, we'll have 1 trillion shillings in our NSSF. Do you guys know what that means? Explain to me, if we go the way we are going, what will happen in 5 years? What will happen in 10 years? You know? Listen, the reason why we roam capitals of other countries to go borrow money is because we have refused to save our own money. The money we are going to borrow from China is the savings of the Chinese people. Their saving is 55% of their GDP. Our saving is 12% of our GDP. That's the difference. So we go borrow from the Chinese, tunakuja tunafanyia kazi hapa, halafu we have to pay with interest. Last year, I went to China twice. To do what? To negotiate. No. To go negotiate, sasa bwana mkubwa. Unaona sasa hii deni iko kubwa sana. We are paying $1 billion every year. So we couldn't find space to do any road or to do anything. So we went to tell them, hii deni punguza kidogo, inatuumiza. So forget about what you see huko. Nakuta huko, iko parade kubwa. Askari wanapita huko, tumesimama hapo. Unafikiri it is pomp and color. Hiyo parade kiisha, ukiingia ndani hapo, mlango ikifungwa, unaanza kuambia ule mtu, tafadhali bwana. Ye mnanisikia? Why would you subject your president who doing those things when we can save our own money? Ye mnanielewa? Look, I must tell you this because you are leaders in Kenya. Uganda, which is half our economy, has a bigger social security fund than us. Tanzania here, 60% of our economy, has a bigger social security fund than us because they made the right decisions early. Sisi tuko hapo. You know? But I want to promise you, things are going to change. If we continue the same way we are continuing, I am very confident in 10, 15 years, we will not be borrowing any money from any country. We will be using our own resources, and if we need to borrow, we will be borrowing from our own savings to be able to drive our development. Nyinyi mnanielewa? But somebody has to take the lead. Na lazima mtu akubali aitwe majina. Na lazima mtu akuwe unpopular. Lakini we must make the right decisions for Kenya. You people, we are not elected to be popular. We are elected to do the right things for our nation. Make the right decisions for Kenya. Nyinyi mnanielewa? Yes. And I promise you, I will make my contribution to this great nation. I had a meeting with the governor of Nairobi, because we need to sort out the city of Nairobi. The city of Nairobi is not just another county. This is the capital city of Kenya. This is the face of Kenya. This is the seat of the Republic of Kenya. Many people who say they have come to Kenya, they have actually come to Nairobi. And that is the impression they carry. If they find takataka all over the place, if they find the place in darkness, if they find the place people being mugged, that is the impression they get of our country. Ama? Yes. So I have a duty, and the law is there to assist the county of Nairobi to make sure that we present the right image of the Republic of Kenya. But you know, many people are obsessed with form instead of substance. Many people are obsessed with titles and positions instead of progress and service to the people. And we must get the right focus. So, good people, I am asking for your partnership for us to change Kenya. It is doable. It is possible. I rest my case. On the remuneration of members of the county assembly. You have stated that your responsibilities have expanded significantly and should therefore be properly recognized within the public service grading structure. And I did ask the County Assembly Forum to work with the Prime Cabinet Secretary and with the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, which exercise they have undertaken, they have also undertaken the re-evaluation of the member of county assembly role and responsibilities, and they have confirmed that it is necessary to upgrade So, a job evaluation was duly completed and submitted to the Salaries and Remuneration Commission. And as the national government, we fully endorse the recommendations of the evaluation, which include the reclassification of the office of the MCA from job group ED4 to job group E1. That is in recognition of your mandate and workload. And we are going to make the necessary adjustments so that this can be implemented immediately. On the County Assembly's pension framework, we associate with your position that retirement security is not a discretionary privilege. It is a duty of a fair and responsible state to those who serve it. Public service must carry dignity, both in tenure and after service. We see many leaders, when they get out of office, they live very, very badly. And therefore, the issue of pension is something that I have every intention to address. And so, there were two outstanding issues that Parliament was grappling with. I have discussed this with the leadership of Parliament, and I want to confirm that the issues are within reach. We will resolve those issues in Parliament, and we will then conclude because already the matters are in Parliament. The only thing I want to ask of you is that, which you already accepted, it must be contributory. The same way members of Parliament contribute 7.5% of their salary, you will contribute 7.5% of your salary. The same way the employer in government members of Parliament contributes 7.5%, your employer will also contribute 7.5%. That way, we will have a pension that will support you. I know there is one final issue as to who is the employer of the MCA. That we will solve it out. We'll solve it, and I guess in the next couple of months, we will be able to complete that process in Parliament, and members of County Assembly can be pensioners after 2 terms in office. So, mimi naona saa zingine naona kuna MCAs wanasema 1 term. Sasa ukiwa na 1 term huwezi pata pension, shauri yako. Na mimi nimeona raia wako chonjo sana. Wakikusikia ukisema 1 term wanasema kwanza tunaanza na wewe 1 term. Kabla tujafikia wale wengine. On the Ward Development Fund, predictable and protected ward-level financing is essential to equitable grassroots development. As the national government, we support the inclusion of the Ward Development Fund within the proposed constitutional amendment framework alongside other protected funds, including the National Government Constituency Fund, National Government Affirmative Action Fund, and the Senate Oversight Fund, so that ward-level development is legally secured and stable. So wakati pitisha sheria ya kutengeneza mambo ya Constituent Development Fund, we will make sure that the one for Ward Development Fund is included. I will again ask the County Assembly Forum to work closely with the Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary on this matter, so that, because there are certain legal challenges that are going on in court, so that we can navigate the processes and make sure that this becomes a reality. On the anchoring of the County Assembly's Forum in law, the Intergovernmental Relations Amendment Bill of 2024, which seeks to formally establish the forum in statute, is currently at the second reading stage at the National Assembly. I am aware that its progress has slowed down due to procedural contentions over whether it qualifies as a money bill. We will conclude the conversations with Parliament constructively to resolve this matter and ensure that the forum is properly anchored in law without further delay. So again, you guys have a responsibility. When you run into trouble, you have my telephone number. You can always find me. I think there was a matter that was mentioned about refund on motor vehicle reimbursements, or refund on car grant reimbursements. Some counties succeeded, some did not. Now, I can confirm to you that we have resolved the issue as government, and we have agreed with the Kenya Revenue Authority that the matter that is currently before court, we will withdraw the matters from court. We will go to the alternative dispute resolution space, alafu tutapangana hapo ndio tufanye namna hiyo. So I think all the issues that you had raised with me, I have addressed. There are some, like the autonomy of the county assemblies. I did tell you that since we have parliament at the national level, the assemblies must have the same, must be treated equally, because we do not control the finances of parliament. So the county executive should not control resources of county assemblies. As was stated, I did sign the law. Now it is the position in law that county assemblies are independent. The only issue that is there is because the budgets were already done, so it will begin to be operational from June when we do the new budgets. Now the county assemblies will budget separately from the county executive. As I conclude, this is my firm undertaking to you. We will work with you, coordinate with you, and respond to legitimate institutional needs in the interests of the citizens you represent. You have my assurance that the national government will continue to provide firm institutional policy and operational support so that you can discharge your constitutional responsibilities with confidence and effectiveness. I thank you, honorable members, for your attention and wish you fruitful deliberations. And as you go back home, please carry our goodwill, our messages of goodwill for those of us who are Muslims, as has been said here, as you enter into this holy month. We have our support. Tunasema Ramadan Karim, na kwa ndugu wetu wa Kristo wote, especially our Catholic friends. We know it's a time of Lent and fasting. It's a good occasion for us to pray for our nation, to pray for the leadership of our nation, and to pray for the citizens of our republic. Sakaja amewaeleza ya kwamba mkienda kwa any hotel hapa, mujipange hapo. Lakini huyo hawa viongozi wenu wananiambia kwamba mmesota kidogo. Hapa Nairobi, watu wa Nairobi wamenifundisha ati kuweka mawe. Mimi watu wa ushago sijui kama mnajua kuweka mawe. So because otherwise I would simtasalimia watoto wenu jameni, na kila mtu asalimie wodi yake, na wananchi wale tunashirikiana na wao. Asante sana. God bless you and I wish you well.